Hi everybody, welcome to You Can Do Math. Today we are going to find the volume of pyramids. Let's get started. All right everybody, we have 5 problems for today, and why 5 is because our pyramids, they are going to have a different base. And so when we're finding the volume of a pyramid, we have to be very careful and take a look at what type of a base our pyramid has. So for our first example, if you'll notice, the base of our pyramid is a rectangle, 5 by 3. So the formula to find the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 area of the base times the true height. And the true height is from the center, 90-degree perpendicular, from the very point tip of the pyramid straight down to the base. Some students think it's the slant height, right? The one that's kind of like slanted if you were gonna kind of slope down, but it's not true height for volume. Okay, so volume equals 1/3. Now the area of the base is a rectangle, so the area of the base is just the length times the width, which is 3 times 5. So I'm going to write 3 times 5, and then the true height of our pyramid is 7. All right, so with that 1/3, it's always best to leave it last. Calculate everything else and then divide by 3. So 5 times 3 is 15, and 15 times 7 is 105. So I'm going to write 1/3 of 105. And I'm going to kind of highlight that. Take these 3, multiply, get 105, and then we'll take a third. Now when you're taking a third or you're multiplying by 1/3, you can just simply divide by 3. And when you divide by 3, our volume is 35 centimeters cubed. All right, let's try number 2. Number 2, take a look at the base. What do you notice? Yeah, it's a square, right? 3 and 3. Okay, so volume equals 1/3 area of the base times the height. So volume is 1/3 area of the base. Area of a square is also length times width again, and so it would be 3 times 3. And the true height of our pyramid is 4. All right, so let's go ahead and multiply 3 times 3 times 4. 3 times 3 is 9, and then 9 times 4 is going to give us 36. And then we'll take a third of 36, or just simply divide by 3, and we have 12 inches cubed. All right, how are you feeling about these? Okay, all right, so let's take a look at example 3. Example 3, what do you notice about the base? Oh, we're not getting more difficult. This is just a little different. You guys like triangles? Triangles are awesome, right? And so let's go ahead and write down our formula for the volume of this pyramid is 1/3 area of the base times the height. And when we say area of the base, we now notice that the base is a triangle, so we need to find the area of the triangle. And so for that capital B, it's going to be 1/2 base times height. But we're in luck. Our triangle is a right triangle for our base, which means the base and the height is going to be our 4 and our 3, because remember, those are the two that meet at 90 degrees. So volume equals 1/3, and then area of the base is 1/2. We're going to multiply that by base and height. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Right triangle, the base and the height of a triangle are the two that meet at the 90 degrees, right? So base and then height, and then don't forget that other 4 is that true height. All right, so I'm going to leave it in green. So 1/2 of the 4 times the 3. And then we have to multiply by the true height of our pyramid, which is 4. Okay, I'll do this in white. There we go. All right, so then now what I would like to do is everything here, right? I'd like 1/2 of 4, which is 2, 2 times 3, which is 6, and 6 times 4 is 24. So I'm going to write 24, and then don't forget, 24 is still being multiplied by 1/3. So when we take a third of 24, or just 24 divided by 3, we get 8, and then the volume is 8 centimeters cubed. That wasn't so bad, right? Okay, let's take a look at example 4. For example 4, what do you notice about the base of this pyramid? It's a regular polygon. How many sides does it have? What type of a polygon is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides, the pentagon, right? And how do we find the area of a regular pentagon? Well, let's do this. Let's start off with our formula for volume of this pyramid. So volume equals 1/3 area of the base times the height. And we probably need a little bit of a refresher, a little bit of a review on how to find the area of regular polygons, right? That base right there, that capital B. So I'm going to put this problem on pause, and we're going to take a look at a pentagon, just a regular pentagon, the base, right, of a pyramid. And this one's a little bit different. So please take your time and just kind of write this down. Draw yourself a pentagon and make sure you put the appropriate markings. If you need to pause this video to do so, I'd recommend it. All right, so if we're going to find the area of a regular polygon, and this has 5 sides, so it's a pentagon, we're going to use the formula of area equals 1/2 apothem times the perimeter. Oh, you remember now, right? So don't forget a regular polygon. Regular means all of the sides are congruent. So you go through and do this. All of those angles are congruent. Regular polygon, congruent sides and angles. All right, so that's our formula. 1/2 of the apothem times the perimeter. But what the heck even is the apothem? Well, it is the distance from the center of the polygon to a side, not the vertice, not a point, to the side perpendicular. So they give us the apothem. That's not too bad. So area equals 1/2 apothem is 12.1 times the perimeter. Now the perimeter is going to be the 17.6 and then the distance around, so 5 times. So 17.6 times 5, that's 88. So the perimeter is 88. All right, so you could just type in your calculator for a half, 0.5. You could do 0.5 times the 12.1 times 88, and that would give you the area of 532.4. So that's just a little review about how we find the area of regular polygons. So let's go back to our pyramid. We want to find the volume of our pyramid. And so we wrote down 1/3 area of the base times the height. So what I'm going to do is right below it, I'm going to write volume equals 1/3 times 1/2 apothem perimeter and then the true height of the pyramid. All right, so now let's go ahead and plug in our variables of what we know. Volume equals 1/3 times 1/2. Our apothem, if you take a look, is 4.8. So times 4.8, better, times the perimeter. Now the perimeter is going to be the distance around that base, and each side is 7, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is also a pentagon, so 7 times 5 is going to give us 35, times the true height of our pyramid, which is 11. And I'm missing another parenthesis right there. Perfect. Okay, so what I would recommend is in your calculator, I would type in 0.5 times 4.8 times 35 times 11, and that will give you 924. Then you can take 1/3 of it or divide by 3, and our final volume is 308 yards cubed. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining today. I'm very proud of you for continuing your learning. And until next time, see you guys.